So how you doing? My name is Dimitri, and it's early in the morning. I already had my coffee, so it's time to jump back into this bitch. Denmark. You're not getting away from this. Bitch. Right, so last time that we left, winter. I think the game is supposed to end with this because we already went through summer, fall, winter. Oh wait, I'm still like in the season. Damn it. Okay, let's better just get into this. Oh, okay, squatting. Of course, what everyone wants to know. What's my daily exercise routine? You got a new exercise step for your girlfriend to do some exercise at home with. The 7-year-old is basically a tiny jug and immediately starts using. Oh wait a fucking second! I already read this. Oh, personal record. I did that out. The video starts here. In the winter, you finish your first serious strength cycle in years. It's been literally 2 years since you've done able to finish a full cycle without interruption. When the going gets heavy, your leg starts acting up and squats again. You skip the squats entirely, that's fine. At the end of the cycle, you end up setting personal bests on your bench press, push press, and deadlift. You're not too upset about the squat anymore. Your favorite lift has always been the deadlift, which you are progressing most constantly. At the end of the cycle, you add 15 pounds to your personal record for a total of 550. Oh fuck. Ow. Man, that's a hernia waiting to happen. I mean, just saying, 550. Damn, that's a lot. Fuck, man. Who am I supposed to be? The fucking Rock? You've been aiming for a near 600-pound deadlift since this will be 3 times your body weight, a common milestone. Oh jeez. You think it should be material in 2018, provided your training continues to go well. You're excited. When you hit 550, you will do for joy when you finish the lift. I don't like that. That's an accident waiting to happen. Okay, warmth. The weather. We're talking about weather. You always feel amazingly warm. You wear your shorts around all the time and rarely wear any other pants unless you're going out. You have a 4 on the couch that you love and lots of blankets. One day the heater goes out for a little while and the apartment gets really cold. But other than that, you're quite comfortable. When you go out, you never wear more than a hoodie. Several people you interact with comment on how you're not wearing a jacket, but you shrug your shoulders. You don't feel cold. You always had a high tolerance for temperatures. The cold doesn't bother you, just the darkness. The 7-year-old always wants to snuggle if she sees you on the couch. Sometimes this annoys you if you're doing work, but mostly you appreciate it. Usually she doesn't even ask, she just snuggles up on you and waits for you to say no if you're not into it. Kids. So you hug her tight. Sometimes she crawls up on your shoulders without asking. Sometimes she's snuggling you on one side while your girlfriend snuggles you on the other. You're happy. That sounds actually kind of lovely. And that's not a word I use often or never. Lovely. For course it. Okay, weird message. Okay. Time zones. I upload videos on YouTube, so time zones. I know every single time zone in the world. All of them. You're 6 hours ahead of the East Coast and 9 hours ahead of the West Coast, where you live. You go to sleep before peak social media hours. If you stay up really late, you can interact with your friends a bit more, but then you have to wake up later too. Since you don't have as many friends in your time zone, social media sometimes feels like a dead zone. You get mad when you don't get as many interactions on a tweet or status because they're all you have now. You feel isolated. Your regular interactions change. You find yourself interacting more with certain people and less with others. Since you have to make phone and Skype calls with clients, you have to juggle time zones constantly. You discover that daylight savings times change at different times in different areas of the world. This causes you endless headaches. That's really sad. That's really fucking sad, man. This causes okay. You may schedule a couple clients by accident. You're in a sale because of one of them. Damn. Fuck. Okay, winter sun. For me, it's kind of weird reading about this kind of stuff. You know, the fucking extremely short days and the, I don't know, it's fucking 9 p.m. and it's bright as fuck. After winter solstice, the days start getting longer. You don't notice at first, but it actually happens surprisingly rapidly. There's a lot more ground to cover. In the summer, daily in Denmark lasts from about 4:30 to 11. By March, the days are already looking reasonable again. The sun is up from about 6 to 6:30. You don't realize how relaxing this is until it's happening. You fly out to California for 2 weeks in late February, early March, and it isn't until you come back that you notice the difference. It seems shocking. Candles. What the fuck am I supposed to say about candles? You always love candles. You can't remember when, but at one point you went into a habit of burning tea-like candles while working at your computer, and then keep the metal bases as a way of tracking time. Yeah. You've always been a bit of a hoarder like that. Not with most stuff, but just certain small collectibles, coins, Pokemon cards, at one point even water bottles in the trunk of your car. You don't know why, but you just had this habit. A hoarder. Okay. Okay, no, I'm not a hoarder. I just have a mess in my desk right now. I should clean that up. The amount of work you've done at the computer has varied over time, so it's never been a steady habit for candles. When you moved, you had to toss your old box of used-up candle bases. You bought a new set when you moved here, and since all your work is at the computer now, they mean more to you. You always remember to light them. The Danes are apparently really big on candles and are one of the biggest candle consumers in the world. You feel at home with that fact. You keep another candle lit for whenever you're sitting at your desk playing video games. So now you have both work and play candles. Now that you think about it, you want to put candles everywhere else too. Oh damn. I don't know where that's gonna go, but that was fucking brilliant. Peanut butter, or whatever. Ooh, peanut butter. I don't like peanut butter. It tastes really weird. They don't really have peanut butter in Denmark. Damn. Maybe I should move to Denmark. It sounds like a good plan. They do, but it's so much expensive that it's not worth it. Or at least you can't find it any cheaper. This is a problem because it was the glue that held yours and the children's diets together. You have to eat a lot of calories because of your lifting, preferably ones that are portable and easy to eat and don't go bad. You used to carry a jar of peanut butter around in your gym bag or in your car with a spoon stuck inside it. You can't munch on peanut butter anymore. The kids get hungry all the time at random times. They never eat enough during meals and then get hungry throughout the rest of the day or the middle of the night. A peanut butter sandwich used to be their go-to. Without peanut butter, they just eat whatever else they can get their hands on, usually stuff they know they're not supposed to be eating. Like fucking chocolates, bitch? During a flight back to California, you fill a suitcase with 6 jars of peanut butter. You try to explain to the kids that this has to last 6 months, but they get through having it in a couple of weeks all the same. You didn't even get to have that much of it. Fucking kids, hate them. Pie. Oh, pie. There's an American-style pie restaurant in Copenhagen. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Copenhagen. I don't know. You keep going back there to buy the lemon meringue. There's a cute girl at the counter and there's a giant red neon sign that reads pie in big block letters over the coffee maker. You keep going back to get more pie. You weren't even terribly enthusiastic about pie before, but now you really enjoy it. Sometimes your girlfriend texts you from work asking for you to meet her for a pie after she gets out, and you do. It's a nice, short, little date. Whew. Oh, come on, can we stop eating? Can we stop talking about food, please? Black licorice. Oh, I heard that licorice in, like, Scandinavian... Is Denmark Scandinavian? I mean, I don't know. But licorice apparently in those countries, it's really, really, really big. It's a big deal, apparently. I don't know. It might be just a freaky cliche. But there we have it. You have never had black licorice before coming to Denmark. Your girlfriend laughingly tells you that you have to get the saltiest kind you can. You go along with it because you enjoy trying new things for the sake of trying new things. You make a face, but joke about enjoying it anyway. Your taste buds are equal parts offended and entertained. You try it again, and the second one isn't so bad. Little by little, you finish off that package. One piece a day, maybe two. After a while, you get used to the taste. Next time you buy a package of the less salty kind. You really like this, you eat it for fun, sometimes you buy more. Your girlfriend sees a black licorice creme brulee advertised in a restaurant. As a foodie, she's deeply offended, you laugh, and offer to buy one. After a while, the novelty wears off, and you don't eat it as frequently. Exciting, entertaining, outrageous. Let's not pay attention to that notice and let's keep reading. Fucking fine dining. Jesus Christ. A friend managed to get reservation at Noma. You and your girlfriend and a couple of other friends end up going. Noma was ranked the best restaurant in the world for 2010, 2011, 2012 and 2014. What happened in 2013, The names come from a portmanteau of the Danish words Nordisk mat, meaning Nordic food. That's actually clever. And is known for its reinventing of Nordic food as well as its hyper-focus on local ingredients and foraging for ingredients in the environment around Copenhagen. The restaurant closed in December to focus on a temporary stay in Mexico, followed by a reopening in 2017. Your reservations end up being in the last week before the close. The food was amazing. Even the smallest thing tasted astonishingly delicious. At one point, they managed to make a plate covered in greens taste like tiny, delicious steaks. The experience was more casual than you expected, and it felt quite Hygge. After dinner, they gave you a tour of the kitchens, and the food tab. The kitchen staff poses you with for the kitchen staff poses with you for a photo. Then you hang out in a drinking lounge late into the night, leaving just around midnight. You later contact a friend from Twitter who used to work there, and she tells you with pride that she had designed parts of the food lab and their food storage. This is one of the first times you really experienced fine dining. When you were a kid, your parents made standard Midwestern food. When you live on your own, you ate for practical purposes to fuel your exercise. You ate lots of cheap, bland food that you could prepare quickly at home. You never had a good sense of smell. You never really had a strong sense of taste either. Your girlfriend made fun of you for it. After this, you try other Michelin-starred restaurants. Le Grand Buffet, opened in 1784, and a classic of French dining, Kinki, the only Thai restaurant outside. Thailand with a Michelin star. Your taste buds start to improve. You start to appreciate good food a bit more. Your girlfriend is so proud. Oh my god, my life sounds a bit boring just right now. I think it's pretty usual, right? I mean, we're about to come to the end of this story. Fuck's sake. For Christmas, you fly back to the States to see your family. For New Year's, you fly back to Denmark before you fly to Paris, and then Strasbourg with your girlfriend. You wanted to see the places you remember. You buy a copy of The Girl with All the Gift at Shakespeare's and Company, which you get about halfway through before losing it a few minutes later. Seems solid enough. Paris is exactly the way you remember it. You love it, but you feel even more like a tourist than last time. Your French is much worse, but it's not a problem. Now that you're learning Danish, French comes much more slowly. You dip in and out of French when speaking Danish, and vice versa. You know you'll have to do something to sharpen your French again later, but that you should be focusing on Danish first. In Strasbourg, you visit all your favorite old haunts. They all feel empty now. Your old friends aren't here anymore. You eat at your favorite brewery, and the food and beer are even more amazing than you remember. But you stumble through ordering food in French. The Wi-Fi at the hotel doesn't work on your computer, so there's a little for the two of you to do when you already walk the city. You go to a restaurant that serves nothing but cheese, fondue, and raclette. You walk past your old university building. At your host parents' apartment, You don't leave them a message because you don't know what to say or if they even remember you. You go to your old grocery store, it's even heavily renovated, and buy a bottle of pecan, which you can get in the States. Oh jeez. Oh my god, am I gonna get sick again? No. Okay, at some point you notice that the days start getting longer and longer. Just like man. Okay, what is spring? I forgot the name of that season. Let's just not talk about that. What does spring has for us? Blogging? But blogging with a B, so it's an old-fashioned internet blog, I guess. Not like this. My fucking god. Okay, your blog continues to get more and more views, and you're in a new place where for the first time you're starting to see consistent growth from week to week and month to month. In the first half of 2017, you got more page views than in all of 2016. You had got more online clients than ever, you're making more money than ever. At the same time, the summer slump is coming up. Sometimes clients seem to be hard to hold on to no matter how good the results you get them. You're in an odd place. You're big enough that you're supporting yourself and making real money, but not nearly as big as the big fish out there. And there's a lot of growth left to be had. To start prepping a site redesign, new products and more. This takes a lot of time and sometimes your dedication wavers, but you keep at it. You refuse to get discouraged. Sometimes you feel like you should be further along, but you can only keep at it. Man, I know that. I really know that. Kinda sounds okay. It kinda sounds like a average experience that you have probably here on YouTube. I don't want to get much into it because we still have a long way to go. Denmark. Bitch. The 8-year-old birthday. It has to happen at some point, no? The kids gotta grow. The 7-year-old spends a lot of her time watching YouTube streamers or playing games that they stream. She wants to be just like them. Her personality is just right for it, and she can spitball out loud about anything, no matter how boring it actually is. Oh, come on. All fucking people playing games on YouTube have to be out loud and whatever? I don't have nothing to throw. Fuck off. She decided that she wants her own streaming channel for her birthday. You go through a lot of work setting things up to make it easier, researching how you can stream from the PlayStation, from the tablet, from the computer. You buy her a nice gaming headset in pink and white that you know that she will love. You give that to her for her birthday. She's overflowing with excitement. You tell her to pick up a streaming name. You have to convince her that Katana Mermaid, cat mask plus katana plus mermaid, it's too many things. Pick 2 things. There is too many. People may not get the pun. No, I can have as many things as I want. My favorite student has 4 things in her name. Eventually she relents and picks Katana Mermaid. You plan to start doing graphic design for a header. You figure out a script for an introduction video. The introduction script is only a paragraph long, but she takes an hour trying to memorize and repeat it. Eventually she gives up without letting your girlfriend film her. This is like work, she claims indignantly. She never ends up saying up her about introduction or her video or her channel, despite numerous attempts to prod her. Oh, that's sad, man. Fucking sad. The 13-year-old thriving. The fuck is thriving? I'm learning a lot of words with this freaking game and not even kidding. Your girl has a meeting with the 13-year-old's teacher. She comes home crying. They tell her that the 13-year-old hasn't been thriving. She has a good technical grasp of Danish but refuses to speak much. This is holding her back from moving into the standard classes and is destroying her self-esteem because she thinks so highly of her intelligence. You talk with the 13-year-old and explain to her how she absolutely needs to start interacting with her classmates more. The problem is she doesn't think of this as schoolwork. It's unimportant, it's superfluous. Why won't they just teach me things? Damn, she sounds a bit like me. You tell her over and over that she needs to interact with her classmates more, but she doesn't. You try having her practice Danish with her sister. This gives her a panic attack and she hates it. The only thing you can get them to agree is watching cartoons together in Danish. Yeah, you sign her up for an online class in English because this will allow her to keep learning at her own pace, even though it sometimes feels like pulling teeth. trying to get her to actually take the classes. She keeps saying that she'll do classes and then spending half the time googling random stuff, looking at Pokemon facts. One time, you check the history to see what she was using the laptop early in the morning without permission. You implement a rule where you have to put a password on the laptop and then check her browse history whenever she is done with the classes. This helps a bit, but the teacher still want her to move to a special needs school. The Danish school system is different from the American school system. Everything is filtered through the principles of sharing, communicating, and collaborating. She can do well in the American system, but it's like the Danish system filters everything through the lens of her word skill. Yeah, it's kinda harsh. I mean, you have to learn another language, then it's a different school system, and the one that's like, it doesn't match. Okay, let's go with coding, everyone's favorite thing, right? You always want to learn how to code. You've always been jealous of your friends who seem to have real jobs, real careers, real skill sets. Your skill set is, well, it's enough to support you, but sometimes you wish you could make more money. You have reason to wear nice clothes to work. You have a desk, have a health insurance. Not that health insurance is an issue here in Denmark, but you still worry about finding a Danish job. You remember when you used to mess around in RPG Maker 2000 when you were a kid, and how to put together a short and messy game based on a concept that you had ended up turning into a novel idea that you wrote halfway off, and then how you end up putting the novel aside and writing a different novel in the same setting. You remember how it's supposed to be pretty easy to put games together in Twine. You start learning Java via a free online course. You don't get that very far because between learning Danish and your freelance work, you don't have a lot of leftover time. You still plan to finish, but you'll have to wait a bit. You buy a copy of the latest RPG Maker, but you don't do anything with it yet. Am I gonna become a game developer? Damn. Okay, I'm about to finish this freaking game, but I'm out of time once again. I know, disappointing, right? Put the freaking Hercules meme. Hopefully I did it. I don't know. But guess I will see you next time. Bye. Jesus fucking Christ.